Where would your safe place be? Where would you go? One time when my daughter was young, we were kind of going through emergency preparedness drills, and then we asked if there was like a major emergency, and something happened to our home, something happened to us. Where would your safe place be? Where would you go? And we hadn't clarified all that information, so I was just kind of curious how she would answer, and she very seriously said, "I would go to my school playground." It just reminds me how our schools are oftentimes safe places and the most safe place for our students. Today, I was in a professional development. We're talking about McKinny-Vento students as well as foster youth. McKinny-Vento students who are homeless. So it could be multiple families living in one residence. It could be maybe living in a transition home. Some families living out of their car. And yet every day they're coming out to school, because school is that safe place where they're getting that positive learning environment, food, all kinds of resources. A reminder that public schools are not just only providing an education, but giving so much more for our students. And this is the same for our foster care system as well. So while there might be some group home that some of our foster youth are staying at, or foster sponsors, they're coming to our schools. And once again, school is that place where they're getting that positive learning environment. They're able to learn, prepare themselves for their future, get food to eat. So school once again becomes that safe place. In fact, and I'm sharing this with permission, my previous student teacher that I had during the pandemic, we were both co-teaching together. As you know, even though we were stay at home, school was happening every single day. And this student teacher was absolutely amazing. But the thing was, I didn't realize at first, but later she explained that she was student teaching out of her car. She was living out of her car. And she was student teaching out of her car. So even, college students, graduate students might find themselves in this situation as well. And she mentioned at a young age, school was that safe place for her. And the reason why she was in her car for that situation was also because home was not the best place for her. So once again, a reminder that our public schools are not just providing a wonderful education, but oftentimes providing that safe place for students. Today, we're talking about trauma-informed education. And this is so much on the shoulders of educators. But fortunately, we're growing in our partnerships. In our district, we have something called community schools, where the schools become the hub of resources for the community. And at the same time, they're getting the resources to support the great and many needs of our students.